This video is brought to you by FM Custom Kits. Do you need custom kits for your Football Manager save? Then contact FM Custom Kits on Instagram or Twitter. This guy can make you custom kits for your Football Manager save. They can be in 2D or 3D for a real team such as Liverpool or a fake team such as AG Cousins. And don't forget to use discount code #GibbsyKits to get 10% off your order. Right guys, welcome back to another video and welcome back to another episode of the AG Cousins Football Manager series. And lads, it's been a wild season. Very stressful. Let's just get straight into it. We survived by a point. Pure madness. Now, we conceded the second most goals in the league, 93. Why is that not surprising, you know? Yet again, it's our goals scored that almost saved us. It was crazy. Now, I was playing through this last night. And look, even in and around here, this period, we started to get some good results. But it just dropped off again. And you know, like, look at this. Look how many losses in a row. We were struggling. Even though in pre-season we looked great, but, you know, that happens. I was playing the last few games, boys, and I was thinking I should start recording some of this, and then it didn't because it was just so stressful. And then we got to the final game of the season, and I thought I'll record this, but I just couldn't, lads. Watford, who finished top of the league, obviously going up with Leeds, Nottingham Forest and Birmingham. Nottingham Forest and Birmingham mustn't have played yet. They're in the final, but Leeds are going up. Yeah, it was crazy. We were 1 point above Hull. Hull were 22nd at that point. And it just looked like we were, you know, they had to lose because we were playing Watford, and obviously, thank goodness that happened on the final day. They lost 3-0 to Colchester because Colchester are only 18th. You know, they're not setting the league alight. This sums it all up. Our top goal scorer this season was Jamie Thomas with 8 goals. Maddox got the most assists with 5. Absolutely ridiculous, boys. Now, we did bring in a few loan players. We brought in Shabab on loan from Brighton to play centre back because we definitely needed a centre back. We brought in Forda in January. Shabab's been with us all season. Forda came in January because I thought we're gonna need something big. I wanted to go all out on loans. Hewitt, the keeper, comes in. Didn't play too much actually, but you know, he played 3 times, conceded 2 goals. I just thought at the time, get in as many big players or, you know, loan players as I can. And Mari Samuels looks to be a brilliant player. I'm gonna shortlist him. Might even shortlist Shabab, but he came in. And yeah, he's a great left back, and you know, at £1 million, if I could sign him in the summer, that would be great. We did make some full on signings. Hackett Fairchild, he joined us from Portsmouth, 725k, 6 goals, 2 assists, and 21 appearances for us. So I think I'm happy with him. I think he actually played against us and he scored against us. And I took a look into him and he looked quite good. So we did indeed sign him up. We also signed Romani Edmonds Green, who was a lot better at the time. But yeah, dropped off a bit. But it's just a case of players come up, you know, and they can drop off. But we also signed Aidan Fitzpatrick here, who was good at the time. But we've still got Napa, who we've actually signed for another year. So, you know, it's just a case of the transfers in this game become very tricky, lads. Because you have a player that can be 1 star. If you play him in every single game of the season and he does well, he's not going to be 1 star anymore. It's up to you. It's not always a case of star rating. You look into their stats, and if they look good enough, well, then you play them. That's just how it is. I think the star rating is kind of compared to the other leagues, but it's really, really tough out here, lads. Ali Gokdemir's retiring. I have talked to him, and I've tried to get him to reconsider retiring, and he won't. I want to offer him a coaching role, but at the minute, we can only afford one coach. We've got Nicky Clay, of course, the legend himself, and the board just refuses to improve training facilities to allow us to bring in another coach. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We are looking at a few players from other teams, and hopefully we can get them in. Now, here's a man, Yusuf Diarra. It's time for him to go, lads, right? I'm sorry. We're putting him on the transfer list. It's time. He hasn't barely played. Some of this is crazy. Like, you did see there, Watford have this guy, Luis Suarez, up front. Not the Luis Suarez, but absolutely mental. He's a fantastic player. He scored against us a few times this season. Really, really tough, lads. So we're just going to go forward, and I guess just go for a new season. And I don't really know where to go from here. I'm not going to lie, lads. I don't want to do a whole lot on this video. Joe Wilton is leaving us for Bangor for 2k there, so that's a great deal there that we've got. But yeah, I think, lads, I'm just going to go in to the new season, and then I will be right back with you. Alright guys, so here we are, back in the new season. So, no one ready to graduate from the youth academy. They're saying we're going to have a difficult start to the season. It's going to be a difficult time anyway. Wolves in the Carabao Cup first round. We always get shafted in that cup anyway. And look at this. Not much going well there. So we're expected to battle bravely again. I'm going to say, mid-table league position, a safe position. We're going to up our transfer a wee bit. I mean, it's still not a whole lot. So there's only 2 players here. Now, we don't really need a lot of... Well, Kieran Phillips, definitely not. How much would this guy want? You're not getting 5k a week, mate. I would barely pay you 3k a week. So I'm going to have to scout him and make a decision. Now, Lewis Gordon is a man who's not going anywhere. One of our best left-backs. So, Forda, we're going to get back on loan for the season. He's a brilliant player. Might keep loaning him, right up until we're in the Premier League, and then we could sign him permanently. I want to see how this guy is, though. How good is he? So Mick Bassett's out for a month. We're going to move him to the reserves. And then if we take a look into our team, you'll see some of the guys have improved, so we might have a better time of it. Guys like Jones are going to head back down to the reserves for now. Diarra at 27. Hurst is 26 now. So, to be honest, lads, it's probably time to let him go. His stats just aren't they just aren't high enough. Now, Pedrosa, this is where we have to ignore the coach a bit, because Pedrosa's just a legend. Gokdemir is retiring. See, I want to offer him a coaching role, but the club won't improve it. Even if I go to a board request, improve training facilities, they won't do it. I don't know what their problem is. So this guy, nope, I am not going to pay that kind of money. So I think what it's best we do, we have a long short list, lads. Really long short list. So I may get some of these guys in, but what it's best we do, I think, is play one friendly here today, and then we will get going. That'll do the episode. Let's see though, how much for this left back? 1.6 mil. What do you send to one? See, I don't want to waste my absolute entire budget on one player. What? What happened to 1.6? Like, how does that happen? So wait, Ali Gokdemir, what? What staff is he gonna be? Because there's no... I don't know. Now, a lot of players out here, we're not going to be able to get a lot of them. This guy has some nice stats, but if we could get him on a cheap... Graves is happy to come. Lions. I'm going to have a scout at you first. I'm going to scout a few of these guys, actually. Although... Cotterill seems really good. He just wants a lot of money. So we're going to scout them. And we're going to leave that for a few weeks, because I really want to get that player in. I think he'd be a great left back, because our defence is a problem. Now, Bristol Rovers, what level are they even playing at these days? League 1. Alex Hurst does not play at the minute, boys. At least give us 50. Nope, that's alright then. They wouldn't give us 50k, but Anthony Graves is going to join. So Graves, how you looking? 2.5 star. He plays quite high up the pitch anyway. So we'll have to see. Jose Mourinho is retired. The board are happy with that signing though. We're getting back some of the boys now. And I don't want to pay 2.7k for just an average player, you know. If I'm going to be paying you 2.7k a week, you have to be one of the top players at the club. So we're going to check here. Are Chesterfield still playing at Vanarama National level? Because if so, yeah, League North, right? So we're definitely going to bring up some of the boys from the reserves for the next match. and give them a chance to showcase what they can do. Poxieto's injured. Johnson can come up, and Bramble can come up. And then this is where we do it. We just throw all the lads in. Bramble starting at midfield. Goldburn out on the right. You on the bench. Young up top. And we're just going to make the most of this, lads, to try and get used to the team that we have. So we need defenders. Gordon is going to have to go in at left back there. Edmonds Green in there. Diarra. Hurst even can get on the bench. And I think I actually forget sometimes, you know, that we have, that you can just play as many subs as you want. But we'll go with that time. And we'll change our tactics for a game. We'll try and control them a bit. Just because they are Vanarama North, we should be controlling them in this game. We're the championship. We're a good few leagues above them. Now, when are we going to get into the Prem? Because it seems like we're agonisingly close because we're in the championship. We're just one league below. But it's just so hard to get out of. That was a relegation battle like I've never faced before. And I don't know. Like, we aren't going to be saying, oh, right, we've survived relegation, now let's go for the playoffs. And there's 1-0, Luke McCullough sticks in his own net. It literally is going to be a process of, now that we've survived relegation, mid-table position, maybe even top half the season after that, and then playoffs. So it's going to be a really mad one. So Jones in for Bramble. This is what I like to do. I like to change the entire team at half time. So let's bring Sykes off there and change to 4-4-2. We were playing 5 at the back at the end of last season. Maybe actually go to 3 at the back here, you know. We should feel confident against this team. Get Napa in on the wing. In fact, they might have to switch. And then we're going to have one problem, so we'll just wait a while, and then Pedrosa can come on around 65, 70 minutes for one of the strikers. Or one of the midfielders, like, depending on how the game's going. That'll be in and around now. Let's get him on for, I don't know, guess Diarra. He doesn't really want to be playing there anyway. Hopefully pick up the win here in pre-season. Maybe not as comfortable as you would assume it should be, but I like to play the reserves players and players that don't normally get a chance to play. So, because you only really play maybe one of these teams in pre-season. But it's going to be a really long journey in the championship. I feel like we got promoted from all the other leagues far quicker than we should have. And now it almost killed us last season. You know, we weren't just losing 1-0 every week. We were getting tanked 4-5-0. And there was games where even we went 1-0 up the odd time and I couldn't watch. Because you just knew we were going to concede. It was actually stressful. Now, don't concede here, lads. Hold on, we still want to win, and we do. So, we get the win in pre-season. It's actually an own goal. But we get the job done. So, we have Villa, Solihull Moors, and Grimsby in friendlies. And then the championship starts again. So, it's going to be a lot of transfers, lads. A lot of players in and out. I think these are just the decisions I'm going to have to make. You know, we haven't got time for club legends anymore. Thomas and Pedrosa, yes, but players are just going to come and go like you don't even know them because we are not safe at the minute. We need to look at getting up because if we just try and keep all these players, we're going to be stuck. And I cannot have another relegation battle like last season, lads. That was just pure stress. But remember, I live stream this over on twitch.tv/Joshua_Gibson8. So look out for that. We also play other games over there, but look out in case we decide to have some of the season streamed live, and then the next video will likely either be some sort of mid-season checkup or just another end of season recap. But boys, somehow we're still in the championship this season, survived that relegation battle. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.